What is up, YouTube fam? Robbie C here. We are back with the On the Ground series, and today we're going to find out, are pig tattoos happening? Round 2 on the ground. We're with Micah. Let's dive into it. But before we dive in, whoa. We got to ask, Joey, how are you doing today, man? You having a good one?
So catch me if I fall.
All right, we are here resolving the series, talking about Micah and Andrew. If you watched last week's video, you saw that Andrew crushed it during that round, was hitting some huge putts, put himself in position to make a strike for the podium, and really looking good. What we didn't see is that down in the other division, Micah playing a great round. He should be on lead card, but he actually is going to end up on chase card due to a PDGA number tie, and so because of that, we're on chase card for this, and he's leading off with a chance to strike back. All we have to see here is either Micah making it to the podium or Andrew making it to the podium, and if that happens, they're getting pig tattoos, and you guys are going to get to vote in the comments to see, am I joining them if they make it? Very excited for you guys to see this round. It was absolutely epic being out there with them for this, and I'm so stoked for you guys to see this, so get ready to dive into Micah's round. Before we do, we are getting so close to that 50,000 subscriber mark. It is insane that we are there. I am super stoked to make this push over 50. We've got an awesome giveaway planned when we hit that 50K subscriber mark. So you definitely want to hit that button. If you checked out and you're not subscribed, it would mean the world to me if you'd be willing to subscribe and support the channel that way. Every time you hit like, every time you comment, always helps what we're doing here. So thank you guys so much for your support. And with all that said, let's dive into Micah's round. So here we are with Micah starting off. Going into the round, Micah was 3 strokes back of the lead. He was at 2 under par, and the leader coming in was at 5 under. Drive doesn't go according to plan. Honestly, kind of expected with tournament nerves, being in front of the camera for this second round, but wanted to get his thoughts.
Doesn't go according to plan.
Yeah, hand was just wet. Yeah. Now we're dealing with a little bit of heat, so felt great about the shot. It was right where I wanted to, just kind of slipped out early. Yeah. This approach scared me because this is definitely something I have not practiced, but I feel pretty confident about that. Now we'll see what the putt looks like, because there's danger behind.
We got it though.
Glad to hear that Micah was confident on the shot. Definitely humidity, especially down here in the south on those hot days, can make a disc real wet. Fortunately, going to leave the putt a little short. I know that he's going to be kicking himself for that one, especially because we know coming into this round we have to make a charge. Those second rounds, especially when you're playing 2 rounds in one day, can always be hard, because even if you play without knowing the score during the first round, often you're going to check between rounds, and so there's this added pressure that comes in, and Micah was definitely feeling that because we knew what we had to do. Now, this second hole, hole 7, not really a gettable birdie for most amateur players, and so Micah plays it pretty perfectly here. Throw a big drive, simple upshot. We take our 3 and we walk away. Glad that we're executing back to the game plan here. We don't want to necessarily be over par, but once again, we can't really make up strokes or get them back, so happy to have this shot right here. Now, hole 8 coming in, par 3, 262 feet. Pretty short. This is definitely one that we wanted as an attack hole. Micah, though, funny enough, further away on this putt than he was on the one that he missed the first hole.
Let's go, dude.
Be confident, throw it hard, and it's going in.
And I wanted you to hear those words. One of the best parts about having Micah mic'd up during this experience is he definitely coaches himself through the round. Be confident, throw it hard, and it's going in. The key here, being confident. It can be so hard if you missed a shorter putt to step up on a longer putt and find that confidence once again. But when I saw Micah hit that putt and hit it so well, I was like, man, we are going to be cooking here. So hangs it a little wide here through the Mando, but
so it's not putting downhill. It's putting with the backstop. So
giving himself the guarantee, hey, I can be confident, throw it
Let's
hard,
go,
and here you go.
baby.
Mixing about another 20-footer to save the par on a really tough par 3, and absolutely pipes this on this hole. Super low ceiling, little bit of elevation that he's got to play with. Gets that disc all the way up there.
That's crazy.
Some sort of wraith. I can't remember which one.
Throwing a Robbie C. Wraith right next to the basket. Boom. Bonus birdie. We were not planning on getting
Bonus.
that.
Yeah.
Because we did not have this as an attack hole.
No. I knew it was a possible. In the first round, I landed right there.
Yeah.
And missed it.
So being under par here, absolutely huge. Hole 11, par 4, 380 feet. It should be a very gettable par 4 as long as you get off the tee smooth.
Understable putter, just kind of pitching up. If I can get it just over that ridge and let it sit, then I'll have a putt.
Have to throw into a bit of a gap here. Unfortunately, Mike is going to leave it low and leave himself a bit more distance on this putt than he wanted. So what I'm asking him here in the interview is, are we looking for a 4 on this hole, or were you trying to play it for the 3? Because with Micah's distance, a 3 is on the table. But just because you have the distance when you're playing a hole, y'all, doesn't mean that you have to necessarily play it for the birdie. So walking up here, he's a little far out. Here we go, looking to his ideas. Talking through the idea that because this was not an attack hole and we're okay with taking a par here.
Got back 2 strokes from the first round on this hole. So.
Yeah, he played it 2 strokes better than he did the previous round. We're okay taking a par here because that was the plan. So if the birdie look was available, then we were going to take it. But right now, Micah still sitting a couple strokes back of our leader. The lead card was shooting hot. Micah is on chase card
Great
for
shot.
this. But getting a birdie here, suddenly he's only a couple strokes back. And so we can see, okay, I think we're about 2 strokes back at this point. Throws the big hyzer shot. Unfortunately, a little too inside. Going to find himself
in the area.
in a nasty place. Checking for copperheads. We have a lot of snakes that live in this pit. Throws it up out of the pit. Going to take a nice look at the basket. I think he has like a 15-footer. Yeah, about a 10-footer. Taps in the 3. Once again, we're okay here. Not how we wanted to draw that hole up. I think that was definitely one that we were planning to attack. But once again, if you have attack holes, that doesn't mean that you have to birdie those holes. We're just playing attack holes a little more aggressively. This is an attack hole for us as well in hole 14. And he throws a fantastic upshot to this yellow basket. Going to take a 3 and start something special here. At 3 down, he now is tied for the hot round in his division. Little did he know, he's just cooking along, and he suddenly, the hottest round, the leader at this point was also 3 down.
Safe because that water's,
Gonna land inbounds, have himself about a 20-foot putt uphill to not only get a birdie, but lock in the hottest round of his division right now.
Go. Thank you.
That's the man who's currently shooting the hot round at MA2.
Absolutely love that moment, and that's why we keep the cameras rolling, ladies and gentlemen. Micah absolutely feeling it. Throws a phenomenal turnover shot here, y'all. That is, like, I cannot explain to you the level of execution that is. Followed up by that putt.
All right.
That's a turkey right there. You guys didn't realize it was Thanksgiving. Also, fun moment. Micah mics the back of his disc for his CTP. If you guys are marking your CTPs in the future, mark the front. You're allowed to do that, and it gives you a little better chance of keeping that CTP.
Okay.
117 feet, 170
Yes,
feet,
sir.
something like that. Throws it up there, gets his 4th birdie in a row. That's right, 4 birdies in a row. Micah's starting to groove here. We can feel the confidence building. He wasn't taking a lot of time on his shots. He was stepping up, throwing it with confidence, throwing it with power, knowing it's going to go in.
Don't work too hard on that one, boss.
Try not to.
5 birdies in a row, and his card is starting to look at him like, bro, what are you doing? So what Micah doesn't know is that I'm following scores, trying to talk through him with him. I'm not trying to get him off his groove at all. I want him to keep playing for birdies. He asked, should he run this? And we said, if you're feeling good, run the putt. I think because he was a little further away, you can see the hesitancy come up there. Instead of running the putt aggressively, he kind of like half bid, half laid it up, and that's why he jammed into the cage. But once again, we're okay here. If I were to guess, I think that the missed putt on that one kind of plays in here because in the practice rounds, he was throwing these a lot farther. So I think the timidness comes in, but instantly notice here, Micah, back aggressive, back on top of it. So coming into this hole, Micah has the lead in the division. He has stormed back, and he is in first place. He does not know that he is in first place, but he has
That's
stormed
right.
back is
Good
in
result.
first place.
That's juiced.
Too strong.
That's okay. We got the putt. We got the putt.
Got excited.
We got excited. We were a little. So what are we thinking?
Well, in that moment, I was going between my zone and a putter, and I picked my putter but threw my zone.
Yep.
So
That's okay.
I can
That's
make
okay.
that
We're
putt.
going to bounce back, make the putt.
Yep.
We're good to go.
If you're between two discs, make sure that when you're between those two discs, we are adjusting accordingly. That's about the first putt that we've seen Micah throw that just never had a chance, and that's
There
okay.
it is.
Go.
Reset.
Keep your head in it.
And this is where I want to say Micah makes the play of the tournament. Takes a bogey, told himself walking back off, keep your head in it. You got this. We're
Bounce
fine.
back.
And just like he said, bounce back. Y'all, look
Yes,
at
sir.
this
Great putt, Micah.
shot. Absolutely tapping it in, bounces back, immediately answers, and takes the lead once again. So what I wanted to tell him is this is an island hole, but if he takes a par on this hole, we realize that the card behind
It's in
him,
bounds.
they had
moisture.
parred it. So
But it is in
he had
bounds.
one
We're
person
fine.
on the card with him who, if they
think I'm going
birdied this
down,
hole,
yeah. My
they
putter's
would
good
tie
enough.
him
Number 3.
if he took a bogey. So he has a stroke to play with here, just needs to take a par. That's all we're looking at. And I didn't tell him that until
Good
we're
putt.
walking in this
That
moment
felt like
right
the
here.
right miss based off of how I missed on 3.
Yep.
So,
I think you're going to have about a 20, 25 footer.
yeah. What a better way to end a round.
I asked him,
Hey,
do you want to know
come
what
on.
this is for? And he said, yes. And I said, if you make this putt, you win the tournament. And what does he do? Absolute champion. Clutches it up, storms
Thank you.
from
Tied for
the
fourth,
chase card.
coming into the final
Way
round.
to go, Micah.
Yes.
Just shot a -7, stormed back, and won your division. How you feeling?
Ecstatic. Almost can't believe it. It was a little bit different not checking the scores, which I've done actually in another win, so maybe that is a key for me. Not checking scores, but I would say the biggest difference would be putting confidence, for sure. I definitely gave it the beans, as some would say, and that made all the difference. Because once my putting, was on, then I was confident all the way around.
Or what would you say is like the biggest strength of your round?
Yeah, probably putting, because I definitely had some that I could have missed, and this would be a different story.
Come on, let's go get you a medal.
Let's do it.
Micah hosts. Our MA4 silver medal winner is Mr. Andrew Teal. And our gold medal winner in MA4 is Mr. Thomas Lyon.
All right, gentlemen. Sounds like we're going on a trip.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I think so.
And so I guess the final question would be, for the audience, do we think that I should join them in the tattoo? Yay or nay? What do y'all think?
For sure.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Okay, okay. And is there an art style that we need for this pig tattoo?
No, I don't have style. I'm good with anything. What about you?
Let's give it to the people.
Yeah.
Okay, if we got someone who wants to take a stab at designing something, it's going on our bodies permanently. So I will veto that.
There's already, one design that I think we 3 have talked about.
Yeah.
It would look.
So,
Okay, awesome. So we already have, you're competing with something we already have. But if you got something cool, let us know. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching the journey, and we'll see you at United States Games.
yes.
Yeah, baby.
Come on. So hope you have an amazing rest of the week. But for now, do we want to let the kiddos sign it out?
I'll leave you with the birdie.
Big game on.